Oh, okay.
So she emailed me last night and asked how to change her requirement things or parameters, and I told her that I didn't think you could change it, that you had to sign up new. So that may have been wrong, but I told her, she said she's going to be here today.
Oh.
Anderson?
Anderson or Nettles?
Anderson.
Wait a minute, okay.
That's who, well, she said she was from here.
From this office?
I
I should know, but I don't know. I know, I should know. Anyway, hi, everybody. I'm recording this to recording this to show you how to log in to see your leads in the AgentOwned website at AgentOwned.com. These are any leads that you get directly from AgentOwned.com. And the first thing you do is you want to go up to this orange bar at the top, and you see Agent Login. Click that, and then it will, let me log out, because it will normally take you to a login screen. I was already logged in. Okay, so you go to the AgentOwned login box. AgentOwned login link, and then you'll see this screen. You go to your username or email. If you have joined the company or gotten an account after January 1st, 2014, that will be your email address. If you're before then, you'll have a username. Your username is your first name, your last name, without any spaces, any capitals, no dots. Mine's a little different, but everybody else's is like that. I'm gonna log in mine. And then your password, regardless of whether you're using your username or your email, at first your password will always be the first initial of your last name, and then your entire last name, all lowercase, no spaces, no dots, no capitals. You go in and you can change it so that not everybody can get in your account if you want right after that. Which I would advise, although I don't think we have too many pirates around. But you never know. I like to be a pirate sometimes. But not that kind of pirate. Just a silly pirate. So, you log in. You remember me, that way it'll keep it for longer. Do log in. And voila. Now yours you won't see as many options as mine, because I have full admin access, so I can change a lot of things that others are restricted from, so that the website doesn't just go crazy. So what actually you will see when you log in, the first thing you will see is a list of your leads, and it will be only your leads. There is a glitch in the Mercell system that occasionally, for some reason, it shows people everyone's leads instead of just yours. And if you kindly let me know when that happens, I will let Mercell know, and we'll try to get that remedied.
Donna Andrino or whatever. What is that name?
Donna Andriana?
That's who it came from.
Oh, yeah.
Sorry.
That's all right. I know who Donna is. But for some reason, I know her as Donna Andriano. Does that make any sense? Like, I would never think of her as Donna for some reason. I always say her last name with her first name. It's just, I know, it's crazy, but that's just how I am. So anyway, talk about Donna. Now, there's only two things I ask that you do for each lead that you are assigned. And the way you're assigned leads is that you will be on the automatic lead list, where the system, as it gets leads, it sends it to you automatically in a random order. It's not in any fixed order. In order for you to be on that list, you have to agree to help anybody that has that wants to rent or buy in any area of town. So, if you don't want to help people that want to rent houses in Goose Creek, don't sign up to be on the lead list. Now, that being said, if you want to work out an arrangement with another agent in another part of town where they would take your rental leads for that part of town and handle them for you, that's fine with me, or buyer leads, that's fine with me as long as you're not compensated for it. You don't get a referral fee, and you just let me know after it's done. Don't get me in the middle of it, but it shouldn't be that hard.
Does it need to be another agent that's on the lead list?
No.
Okay.
So, for example, Brian Krolinger, he's not on the lead list, but he is in Goose Creek, and he does a lot. His business model is based on rentals,
Okay.
on not only converting rental leads to buyers, but also following them through the cycle of renting a house and buying afterwards and helping them get ready to buy. So he would be a good one to contact for Goose Creek or Somerville. But he is not on the lead list because he's got all that other junk going on.
Okay.
So that's how you, that's what you have to agree to be on the lead list. If you agree to that, you email me, Lisa@AgentOwned.com. Lisa is spelled just like Liza, Liza. I can thank my mom for that. It's infinitely confusing. So,
We
then,
knew you were going to be unique.
well, that is true. I don't know which came first, the chicken or the egg, the name or the unique, but it did happen. So if we look at, since you brought up Donna Andriano, if we look at Norm Miller, the two things that I ask that you do for each lead that you get, if you're on the lead list, it's automatically assigned to you, as you would go into your back end of your of AgentOwned.com, like I just showed you how to do, and look at Norm Miller. Try to find out some stuff about Norm Miller. His name. That email looks pretty legitimate. Phone number looks pretty legitimate. One very good tool is to go to Property View History. Go there. And he's got a lot of history here. And if you click on the MLS number, so that's what he's looking at. One of the houses that he's looking at. You can see what he's looking at the time, which can be helpful.
Way Donna's writing a contract right now, that's why she's not here, for a rental lead that she turned into a buyer.
Excellent, excellent. In normal years, 1 in 10 probably would be convertible, but now I think it may be higher. I know a lot of people. I know the mortgages are harder to get, and some people's credit is kind of messed up. But I know also that the rental amounts are so high, and you can't get a rental house, that people that have ever been on the fence are going to be buying something. So it is a little more work, but that's wonderful. That's exciting. Okay, so this is a good lead. This is a good lead for Donna. Now, this could also be an investor, potentially. Anyway. No. I keep saying Donna. I'm sorry. This one was assigned to Brenda. No, Donna. Donna.
What's his name?
His name is Norman Miller. Now, he did not look at his rentals.
Oh, okay.
So he just came in this morning.
Okay.
I think today's the 22nd, right? So he left us at 2 o'clock this morning. So I don't think she's writing a contract with him right now. Could be.
No, it's another one.
But the one thing that I asked her to do is I asked, after she looked and she determined whether Norman Miller is looking to buy a house or to rent a house, if she can determine that, or sell a house. She goes under default, group, and under the group section there's a drop down. You can't make up your own. You can't type in your own. You have to choose from one of the lists. Donna is in Mount Pleasant, so you choose your office, Mount Pleasant, and he's a buyer, which is recently there. So she'll click that. Now let's say it was some marketer or but sometimes we get marketers. That's the best example. If you get a marketer, put other. Put something. If you don't know what it is, put other. Because that lets me know that you've looked at it and you've taken some kind of action with it. If you leave it at default, I think you haven't looked at it. And that makes me think you're not dealing with them. And you may have looked at it and just not known what it was. So if you can't figure it out, just put it under other. And if you can't figure out if they're a buyer or if they're a seller, I always go on the side of optimism and put them as buyers. So that's up to you too. But this guy's definitely a Mount Pleasant buyer. Doesn't mean that he's looking in Mount Pleasant. Don is in Mount Pleasant because the brokers of the different offices want to know how many leads they're getting in their office. So this is a buyer lead that's going to the Mount Pleasant office. So she would select that, then she's got to check the blue box, and then that changes that there.
Can I ask you a question before you go on?
Yeah.
I've got some clients who have been non-existent, now all of a sudden are coming back. So now I'm going back in, it tells you when they're online, and I'm going back in. So do you want me, as I'm going back into those older leads, do you want me to regroup those, change the group as IoT buyer instead of just buyer, so you know that now they're active again?
Yeah, that would be wonderful. And just because I know we didn't start this particular way of marketing groups until a couple months ago, so I don't expect for you to go back and change all the older ones. That would take up too much time. But if someone comes back and is looking again and you can tell what they are now, or even if you could have told what they were then but didn't have the system, just take a second and change it. That would be great. The tags, I would love for you to do tags, but that is not a requirement. The reason I want tags is I want every one of the leads that you get that have viable email addresses that are not marketers to be set up in the MLS as a prospect so that they get automatic email listings. I would test the email address first just to make sure it's a viable email address because you don't want to spend 15 minutes setting it up if it's not. So the one thing that you can put down would be set up, which is what I call, what I use to mean by set up in MLS. Set up in MLS, either one is good. Then corresponding, if they're talking to you, is another one. And we have a list of them that I will actually put as a download with this video so you can get a list of the tags that we're using. Corresponding is another important one. I didn't save either of those. Showing would be another one, and close. What I mean by close is, somebody asked me this the other day, it's a good question. Close, that means that you have closed the sale. That doesn't mean that you've closed the file because it's not going anywhere. So close means that you actually sold them a house. And that I use for just statistics. I like to know what our statistics are. I'm going to take that out because...
But if we have a renter that is rented and they're going to buy again, we could...
There is one... Well, yeah, there is a rented, but I said there is one, if I look through the whole list, there is one that says rent with follow-up buy, or something like that. I can look in a minute. Or actually, I should get the whole list of tags and go through them, and I'll put them as a download on this video. Now, since Donna did not change this to Mount Pleasant buyer, and even though we know it's a Mount Pleasant buyer, I'm going to take it off because I want her to do it. Because that way I know she's looked at it and is taking care of it. Anytime I and do something else at the same time, it never really works out for me very well. Actually, anytime I try to do anything, it's always, I just never know. Okay, so, the property view, you can add notes. That would be completely up for you if you want to add notes to your leads there. You can email your leads from the system if you want to. You don't have to. The only things that I ask that you do is put each one in a group and set up each one that has a viable email address and MLS as a prospect, so that they get all the listings they may be interested in. And that is all that I think you need to know, other than the fact that you will be notified via email anytime that lead logs in, so you can see what they're looking at real time. And thank you. That's okay. No, it's okay.